Hello, hello, hello there. Welcome back, friends. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night to you. It is indeed the almost daily variety gaming live stream show Extravaganza. Howdy doody, friends. I'm your host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, and we're going to get right to it with this first impression review. We're going to do what we just did a hot minute ago with Atlas Fallen. We're going to do it with FlintLock, the Siege of Dawn. Let's go check out the little trailer video. Also, news, there's a little bit of a new video in Call of Duty, which we'll probably swing by and roll through and check out. But here we go. Here's the launch trailer for FlintLock, the Siege of Dawn. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that with DJ Zed playing all the way through it. I just looked up and I saw that I forgot to stop DJ Zed at all from when we landed on the opening. Which I swear I'm so embarrassed by, because I sat here enjoying the music and the video without realizing it, because I was listening to it on my speakers. I wish I had either automation or a partner to do this with. Okay. For fairsies, let's watch that again. Just because I ruined it by playing DJ Zed music all through it. Okay, that was better for you guys. It was exactly the same for me, but there we go. Okay, so I guess let's just dive right in, friends. I don't know if it's going to have an opening movie or no opening movie or what, so we're just going to find out right now.
Nor, for 10 bitter years since the dead broke through the door, I've promised you peace. Today, I'm making good on it. Sama hatched a plan to blow up the door, to cut the dead off forever. Halin and I volunteered. We probably won't make it back, but I would rather take my chances than leave you in this broken world. You deserve more than a letter you'll never receive. But we both know you would never let me go. I lived a long life, but never a full one. Not until I found you. Promise me you'll live, Nor. I'm off to earn my rest. Baz.
Okay, nice simple storymatic. Whoa, that's
Action, front!
we live in a antique ghost.
Fire!
That's why it's called fire.
No, she's not accepting anyone.
Just pretend I shoved you, all right?
You sent Baz and Harlan to the door to the Great Below.
I don't have time for this, Vanek.
Requesting permission to...
Denied.
Baz can't fight at his age. Harlan can't cover for him and blow the door at the same time. I'm the best sapper you've got and you know it.
Return to your station, Vanek. Was that?
Can't have been them. The blast came from too low, wasn't nearly loud enough.
I see.
They're late, aren't they?
I'm really impressed by how it's all rendered and how
Give the order.
the camera has a cinematic depth focus shift thing. It's really
All right
cool.
then. All right. Follow the trenches to the old fort. Stop for nothing and no one, understood?
Yes, Field Marshal.
And the models are just beautiful. This is amazing.
Sapperun, clear the way! No rest till dawn!
No rest till dawn!
Okay, so here we go. All right. Now have access to
Nothing left.
clearly it wants me to run off that way. Swiping.
Vanek! I thought you died!
Sorry to disappoint.
Kill someone by accident. Command, we're down to a few hundred shots. If the sappers don't get here by tomorrow, they're not getting into dawn at all. pretty epic. Like, look how gorgeous that looks. Slide. That's
Pepper! We're cut off! On it!
It's a solo campaign so that it'll just pause. It's cool. Wah wah. Okay. Plug that in to recharge. There it goes. Okay. Use your melee weapon to block and parry enemy attacks. Hold LB to enter a blocking stance. Block damage onto you to knock out your stance attacks.
Nothing left.
Wait for it. Oh man. There it is.
I'll send you.
Ah! I gotta remember to hit the L button. Or the D-pad button. Like, stuff. A break attack is an attack that cannot be blocked or parried. Alright, dangerous attack indicator. The safest way to deal with the break attack is disrupted by shooting an enemy with Norse pistol. Okay.
Come and get it!
What in the pits are you doing here?
Found you!
I'm here to kick your ass for leaving me behind.
I can't let you through. You could get killed.
You could get killed. Did you even think about that?
No, please. This whole mission, it's just...
Just pull the damn gate up! Oh. Seraph is here.
both of them.
Small favors.
Okay, so that's someone we don't like, but the parent is useful.
Go back. You're not ready for this.
And Yahara is?
Listen here, you little trench filler.
Keep it down. The shimmering wall's bad enough. You want to bring the dead on our heads?
The shimmering... what?
Oh boy.
What in the pits is that?
Some kind of wall. It's not glass or stone or any other damn thing.
We could scale the stones to the parapet. It couldn't extend over that.
Absolutely not. The dead will pick us off on the way up. Oh, we're wasting time.
What have you done?
Getting us through.
That was easy. Ooh, look at these purple gashes. That's awesome.
Those gouges on the wall are glowing. Why are they glowing?
Souls below.
These bodies, they've been here for years. The dead must have gotten them while they were fleeing the city.
They look smashed. Toyed with. The dead don't do that.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you? Whatever did this is probably still around.
probably a boss here. Well, here we go. Oh.
All set!
Everyone get clear! Close below.
Huge.
Hey, Harlan! You still with me?
Yes! That thing is...
Snap out of it, Harlan!
No rest till dawn! No rest till
No
dawn!
rest till dawn! Right in, mongrel. Come at me!
Ah!
Up! Gotta get up!
What the F is going on? I didn't even hit it. And that also felt like it was trying to tell us something. What's happening? What's going on? Why is he having such a moment? Whoa! Oh wow. Alright, so it was boss
Colin,
fight that we
don't!
lose. Just so we can like get washed up on a shore.
Where in the pits am I?
Shipwrecked.
You wouldn't know, would you?
There's our little animal friend.
Follow me.
I'm sorry, what? Hey, wait!
I dragged you out of the river. You were unconscious for a while.
Out of... was there anyone else with me?
You were alone. No matter. You'll have to do.
Do? What am I going to do, exactly?
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. Destroyed the barrier that kept the gods contained.
What barrier? You mean that shimmering wall?
So it was you.
We couldn't... I didn't know.
The damage is done. Now you must mend it.
The slidey thing, the other game did way better. This tries to have like a you can slide down stuff. Oh, I thought that was a glowy. I just don't like the button scheme for this one. I don't know if this is supposed to be the same kind of slidey thing.
Hey!
The god you unleashed is called Uru. It is his army of the dead that has been laying waste to Dawn. The source of all your suffering.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Fancy tale.
Because I am a god too.
Whoa.
You! Tiny, talking... fox thing. You're a god.
There are lesser and
greater gods. My name is Enki. You probably haven't heard of me.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Consider me your chance at redemption.
Your kind ravaged my city, my world, killed everyone I've ever loved. Every breath I take from here on will be spent exacting my revenge
Look at
on
those
the
eyes
gods.
doing all that acting.
What's to stop me starting with you?
Nothing.
Death to gods.
Alone, you stand no chance against a god. Let me help you.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you. As long as Uru is free, your world is in mortal peril. Help me seal him away. Stem the tide of destruction. It's the least you can do.
You have a deal. Any hint of trickery and I'll be burying this axe into your skull.
I would expect nothing less.
Now how do we get out of here?
This way.
Alright, Enki. Here we go. It's gonna be teaching me, silly bitch.
I never asked your name.
No. My name's Norm.
And the axe. That's not a woodcutter's tool.
I'm a sapper. I fight in trenches, tunnels. Lots of uses for an axe here and there.
You're a capable warrior, then.
I'm efficient.
Come here. Hand me some of your black powder.
What for?
You'll see. Good. Now, try keeping up.
Keep up how?
Power mobility. Special moves that enhance your dodging and air mobility. Press B and then press B again to gain more distance. When in the air, perform a power jump by pressing A. Combining A and B in any order you can roll.
What was that?
I infused it with an inkling of magic. It should help us get around.
He actually exists. Uru the Ravager.
The title is rightfully earned.
He was in every storybook they read to me when I was bad.
And now he's loose.
This is reminding me of another game, but I've played so many games in the past 2 years, I don't know what. Falling. Falling is dangerous. If you fall too far, take damage, it's fatal. Okay. Pressing A, this reduces your momentum. What was that? Writherings are powerful magic abilities unique to Enki. To use a withering, you need to build Enki's withering gauge by defeating enemies. When the withering gauge is full, press Y plus LB.
Dead? What the?
A show of good faith.
The dead shouldn't be here. Where is this place? How far are we from the trenches?
Things have changed while you were unconscious. You should best see them for yourself.
This is really beautiful. I kind of like the more intuitive button layout of the previous game we just played, which is very similar in a way. And I like some of the movement mechanics from that, but I'll get used to it. Priming energies. With Enki's help, you can quickly defeat enemies by building up their priming gauge, then performing a critical attack. Press Y to attack with Enki. This attack curses the enemy and builds their priming gauge. When the range is full, the enemy is primed. Use RB or RT to perform a critical attack against them. Oh god, this is so confusing. There's too many.
Why did that one go down so easily?
I marked them for death. Help speed up the process.
Okay, I don't even know if I learned how to do that right. I just button mashed until I could. Until that happened. I'll have to relearn. This game is clearly one of the, like a more serious fighter game and less of a button masher. Some enemies wear armor, which significantly reduces damage taken from attacks. You can remove any enemy armor by priming them first, then destroying their armor with a critical attack. Critical attack will kill an unarmored enemy. Armor destroyed instead. Why is it asking me about checkpoints now? Buttons, too many buttons. This is very similar to the other game though. Hello, special guide that needs a special stone thing to communicate with me and to save and whatnot. Okay, player menu. Open the player menu at any time by pressing access inventory, skills, quests, map, and training. Skills, inventory, map. Ooh, it's a big world. Quest log. Training. Oh, good. Hold A over a skill node to purchase the skill. Oh, I see. Power mobility. Press B while dodging to perform a double dodge. Press A while jumping to perform a second jump. Press B while airborne to perform an aerial dodge, which can also increase your jump distance. Am I buying this? No, it's not. You can use Enki to suspend an unarmored enemy in the air by holding Y. This attack consumes Enki's hardness but quickly builds its withering gauge. Dodge attack. You can perform a quick melee attack out of a dodge or power dodge. I have 2,500. Okay. A powerful charged up shot with your primary firearm by holding right trigger. So here's where we are. Breach. What's with these barrels? were out here, right? And then we made our way into here. But what is this? Breach. Do I need to go back? Frontline report. Did that? Ah, stop. Curse storm. Activate the withering summon a magical storm that explodes out from you. He's so cute and creepy looking. Build your motive by performing different actions, all to claim the increased reputation based on your multiplier. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it, I just gotta remember to hit the tab button. And healing flask. Rest.
Feeling pretty good.
Okay, I want to go that way, but what was all this about? Breach 01 breaching barrels required. I don't want to go back and check that out. But also I don't want to do it. Nah, never mind. Whatever it is, let's get the room. Let's go. This is absolutely lovely. Whatever this is. And
Finally, we're out.
very similar. You go into a
Is
cave
that-
experience.
Smoke! This is way past the trenches. The Coalition would never.
The dead spilled out of the door when Uru was freed. The Coalition didn't even stand a chance.
They have been seized by hostile small communities. Fight your way through enemy forces to find the enemy leader. Defeat the enemy leader to restore safety to the hamlet and allow its inhabitants to return. Great.
I did this. Time to put it right.
Sometimes you find cool shit. This one has less stuff going on in terms of discovering cool shit. Also, you know, it's early days yet. There's a lot going on. Oh, I died. Okay, well, there we go, friends. I didn't think I was gonna die right there, but that is one of our exit rules. Like, once you die once, especially if you haven't really quite gotten in dying, you have lost your reputation. That's fine. You can recover by returning to the location of your death, marked on your map with a skull. Cool. Let's
That's better.
how do we save? Load checkpoint, no. Well, I mean, this is the checkpoint right here, I'm sure. That's really weird and annoying. Go ahead and keep the rest action, although I bet I probably didn't want to do that. Leave, and
like
we're gonna exit right here. Oh, good, he still has this thing all loaded up. I give it a solid A, but a personal, for me, like an A minus B plus, because I like it. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's action packed. Its button scheme is weird. I don't know if I'll be able to change it to something that makes more sense to my brain. It might be as simple as swapping out one or two key things. But in terms of just like ease of picking things up and overall satisfaction in the experience, I think I kind of liked the previous game, Atlas Fallen, a little bit better. Even though this one's newer. Yeah, this one's newer and theoretically more next gen than the other one was. They both seem awesome. I'm gonna keep both. We'll see how and if or when we ever get around to playing them again. But in terms of would I recommend this to someone? Absolutely. If someone was like, dude, what's a game you've heard of that's pretty cool? I'm like, well, do you like games like this? Because, you know, this is like, you know, gods and guns sort of territory. It's solo campaign where you fight against giant, you know, hordes of monsters and big demon gods that are bosses and have magical combos that get infinitely more complex. I ultimately, here's what I know. There's like layers to the button combo complexity and like chain not quite chain progressions, but like do this combo. If you pull off that combo correctly, then you can have an option of pulling off these other combos correctly. I'm like, I won't remember. Get to the second tier of combos, I'll be like, what? Button mash. So I guess the only thing that Atlas Fallen has going for it, in terms of my first impression, is that at first glance, at just playing through the first opening moments, it feels like it's that level of complexity for me as a gamer. Where like, it's funny, because Call of Duty I find very difficult to play, but the control scheme is perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I've tinkered and changed, I think, one pair, and I've swapped them, which is the elbow strike or the gun button strike, and the floor slide. Like they made more sense to swap. Although I used to be able to slide or dive with pressing the thumb button. But I found that hitting people was a little bit more important without removing my thumb from the joystick. But anyways, I digress. For me, like, the challenge is not... The challenge is in, like, figuring out the in-game mysteries. Not mastering complicated, multi-tiered button combos. Like, that's not a fun challenge for me. Call of Duty is all about... It's like... Call of Duty is like chess. Because it's the most bound, because you're playing matches, not running around in an generally open map or a story narrative guide, tunnel map or whatever you want to call it. So it's like chess in that you can clearly approach playing the rounds in terms of like opening moves, like from spawn point in team deathmatch. Do you try to always find another teammate and then stick with them, or do you always just run around, do your own thing? Do you always follow the same path to the same clash point to try to get the upper hand and you keep repeating, or do you always run a different route every single time? I mean, obviously the game sometimes spawns you in different places, even though some modes have a more consistent pattern than others. That capture the flag spawning right in front of people running at me was so annoying. There were so many times I spawned in and there was someone standing right behind me. But I digress. So, I don't know. These two feel like they're in the same general genre. And I feel like my intuitive... I don't know if I was just fighting the things that I just learned earlier today on my session with Atlas Fallen, or if it's just that the scheme is that different and weird or counterintuitive for me personally in my gaming brain for FlintLock. But I'll tell you what, even though FlintLock is arguably slightly more beautifully rendered, the environment looks even more amazingly photorealistic, and the characters look even more uncanny valley like CGI actors as opposed to characters in a video game that happen to be generated by a computer. You know the distinction I'm making? I'll tell you what, bottom line, from like a comfort, satisfaction, I was having fun and I almost just kept playing instead of cutting it off at my usual cut point, which I have let myself do on really good games. And I only didn't do it because I wanted to do another first impression review, at least one more. So I didn't want to do another hour of Atlas Fallen. But I wanted to, like right now, if I go, Brain, what game do you want to get back to right now? Atlas Fallen. So I want to get to that town. We're in the same sort of similar, I think we've played less of FlintLock. I want to start Atlas Fallen over again and play it in normal mode just to see what difference. And in case that doesn't, although I think I unlocked an achievement. I noticed that for FlintLock, in story mode, I went with normal instead of easy/story, which sometimes I'll do on my it's sort of a default on my very first playthrough, especially if it's a genre where I know that it's like, oh, this is going to be button mash madness, as opposed to a simpler layout where like the mechanics make sense to me. But anyways, both of them I would want to try and play. I'm not going to try to get rid of them. If I juggle them at all in the future, it's for the purposes of making room to give another game a shot. It's not that I have lost interest or dislike it. But have you seen my OCD crazy collection? We haven't touched Apex Legends in ages, but I love it. Same with Ark Survival. In fact, this is true of all of these games. There isn't a game on here that I don't have some level of strong affinity for, unless I don't know it. Have not played Kunitsugami. Have not played Hellblade, Senua's Hellblade either enough to call it fully integrated, but I already know I love them. I've only played a little bit of Lords of the Fallen, but this feels a little bit more like Elden Tree or Elden Ring, right? So it's in the Elden Ring category. Avengers was awesome, but also like, the buttons were weird for me. No Man's Sky is perfection, and I miss it, and I wish I was playing it, and I'm surprised I haven't moved it back on deck. I should probably do that. Where are we? How much room do we have? I like recapping. Oh, I don't have any room. What happened? Let's view our contents. All right, I installed. Oh, I moved Starfield back on because I want to play it. Okay, we're going to. Are we going to move? How much do we have on the external? 137? That's good. Yeah, that's right. Of course we do. We're going to move some stuff around. We're going to move FlintLock. That's really nice about FlintLock. Look at this. Come and look at this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Kind of amazing, given that, like, it's super magical and beautiful and really lovely, animated and rendered. Like, everything looks really there and real, and the people and the extras and stuff. Like, that's 16.5 gigs. Okay. Where's the other game we just played? Oh, I already moved it, huh? We'll go see what Atlas is once we start this move. Pirates, which looks at least as good, some might argue less good. Skull and Bones, or rather, is what now? 44 gigs. So, like, well, twice the size. Kunitsugami, which looks really awesome, is half of Pirates, 20 gigs. Return to Grace, I don't know how awesome that's going to look. It's only 6 gigs, but it does look really pretty. Senua's Hellblade stuff, 40, that makes sense. Starfield looks like what it looks like and operates, and it's 109 gigs. Like, what's going on? That's one thing I wish that the industry could be a little bit more consistent and, like, figure out a way to keep file sizes smaller and also keep, like, the quality as high as possible. Okay, so we're moving that off. What were we going to move back on? It should fit. No Man's Sky. But, oh, Stray. Gorgeous. Adorable. A little frustrating because, like, you really have no idea what the F's going on. And it's all, like, a movement puzzle. All of these games. Like, I don't want to uninstall any of these. And I'm already like, I don't have time to play any of them, you guys, ever. I haven't played Tiny Tina's Wonderland since, like, the first week that we tried playing it. And then said, we'll come back. We gave it an A+ rating in our first impression review episode, Tiny Tina's Wonderland. It was interesting and unique and different and not what I expected. It is like as if you were a Borderlands character and that Borderlands character was playing D&D and your D&D character is Tiny Tina. Or something. Or whatever it was. We need to play that again. How big is that one? 37 gigs. Shadow War, pretty awesome. 60 gigs. And sometimes doesn't look... The characters... Well, that's pretty awesome. It's weird. The other one, I don't remember which one's first and which one's number 2. But this one's half the size. Rage 2, which looks like it's on par with Cyberpunk 2077 from my first impression, or like a slightly better look than well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about calling it on par. Control, gorgeous, amazing, 42 gigs. Dragon's Dogma, 17 gigs. It looks all right. It's a kind of game that would have looked amazing to our minds, like whenever it first came out, 15 years ago, and 20 years ago it would have been mind blowing. Today it looks sparse and empty and not alive. It looks like the planning model for a game, and then we just hadn't added any of the magic yet. You know, like the base model, but we haven't added any of the rendering mojo. And it's just because it's a bare bones, but it's not boxy like freaking, you know, like some of those ancient 30-year-old games, like RuneScape. It's not RuneScape level. It's super cute though. Like, I was getting into it. Dragon Age looked gorgeous when we played that open introduction. Only 45 gigs. Assassin's Creed Black Flag doesn't look that hot. It kind of feels there's something weird about the lighting and the layers and the shadow texturing. Anthem looks amazing. Almost 60 gigs. What's another one that I played? I mean, Lords of the Fallen looks really good. 34 gigs. Like, what? Skyrim, which still looks pretty effing good to this day, although you can kind of feel that it's dated. Only 30 gigs. Cyberpunk, Amazeballs, with the expansion and the newest updates, 65 gigs. Do I ever have time to play them all? No. Baldur's Gate, isometric top-down, cannot rotate the map. I don't get why it's 137 or 30. It's 137 gigs. Everyone does look really good in there, but they're tiny. They're little tiny models and the tinier the model, the better it can look, I think. Although I don't know. Anyways, blah blah blah. We're blathering. Why? Oh, I was gonna move. Whenever that's done moving, we're gonna move. Did it finish? Yeah, it did. Why do I still only have 20 gigs free? What? Should have had more than 20 gigs free. 23 gigs free. Move our copy. What else can we move? No. No. Oh, well. These are all like core essentials. I just moved Starfield back on because I wanted to play it, because I wanted to check out the RV trucky thing. Maybe we'll just leave things the way they are. I was going to try to sneak something else back on, but forget it. We're good. No, do not clear local save games. We will check for leftover add-ons, because I think we uninstalled a couple things recently. Anyways, friends, thank you for joining me for that first impression review. I didn't hate it. I just found the button scheme frustrating in general and sort of like less than fun compared to the previous Atlas Fallen button menu. So chances are, 60/40, I'm going to come back for some more Atlas Fallen right now. It's that or some Skull and Bones for some, there's nothing to shrink. Some Skull and Bones for some pirate action, because we've been neglecting that. And stay tuned. Well, that's not till December. Okay. That's a whiles away. My buddies, Gnome Tough and his twin brother, really want me to get this. I guess I could get it with my $10 coupon, $10 gift card. I should have tried the free trial. I missed out on the open Playdays free trial. Should have installed it right when he told me about it. and I didn't, and I feel guilty and bad because I think it was on sale at for $29. No, what's it on sale? What's it selling for right now? $29. So it might have been on sale for $19, and I could have gotten $10 off because I have a $10 gift card. I was going to use that towards my next Call of Duty splurge, but I kind of really want to come back to this really quick and play it some more. But also, there's so much else going on. Ooh, let's do a really quick, almost daily login while we're here. That's a modality or a feature of my live stream. I was trying to go really hard last month, and then this month I haven't done anything. I love this opening. It's so cool, except for how blindingly bright white that is. But then it transitions to this, and it's like beautifully cinematic. It feels like I'm like watching the opening sequence to my own movie that I'm about to act in. But that's what I love about video games. That's what they feel like. Okay, so the reason we opened the Atomic Shop, even though we have not logged in to the game proper in months, is because of all the free stuff. So much free junk. You just collect all the free giveaways. And I forget, and I'll forget to do it for like days. Now sometimes it's only one thing. Like, boom, we only get a utility free today. But sometimes there'll be like 3 sections of like a free thing here, a free thing here, and a free thing here. There we go. I have to actually start getting in there to play. Well, now that we're in like almost daily login mode, one other thing. Let's log into Elder Scrolls really quick, friends, because we have not done that in a while. Then I'm gonna break, grab a bite to eat, and come on back for some more grindage of something. I don't know what. We might play a little bit more Alice Fallen, because I was vibing with the combos, and they were like, they made sense to me. I really appreciate right thumbstick target lock. It's the easiest thing in this mode. I kind of wish Call of Duty had something like that. Oh my god, that'd be so dope. But that would just be considered cheating. That'd be forget like a little bit of aim assist. My aim assist has been dealing all kinds of garbage lately. My targeting and skills have been all over the place. I really need to get myself a new controller. And like part of me, I'm really conflicted about getting a new controller. Because part of me is like, these should last longer. We should make them better. They should last longer. I also get it. New customers, you gotta have them. It's frustrating. The other thing I'm conflicted about is part of me wants to walk into my GameStop shop and be like, I'm supporting this brick and mortar store by buying this stupid expensive controller here. So that it helps pay for your salaries, my fellow gaming nerds that I see every once in a while come by to buy something. The other part of me is like, that's $180 or more, or somewhere thereabouts. And so it's like, no, go to Temu or Wish or Facebook Marketplace and like get the cheapy one you can get that is supposed to be magnet and anti-stick drift. But I know that would probably like work against me. I just unlocked a Jaguar. I'm so glad we came in instead of missing that. It's so cool. Is that a pet or a mount? I think it's a mount. I don't even read the letters anymore. Look at all the cool things we missed out on. Inks, some sort of body tattoo thing, a chicken. Look, no, not a chicken. 6 chickens! 6 whole rotisserie chickens! Instant clothing research. Okay, fun stuff. Let's go to the store and see what, if anything, has been put on sale. Dragon Priests. It's a costume. Why would I want a Dragon Priest costume? Polymorph. Why would you want to polymorph into a dead thing? Crown, crafting repeat, awakened flame. It's a lot of exposed midriff. What kind of armor leaves you that exposed? It's so dumb. 3,000. I think I already had that though. $5,000 crowns to get 15 Wraith crates. This whole thing. Blackwood Collector's Pack. It's all the bonus content of the Blackwood Digital's Collector's Edition, as well as the Blackwood pre-purchased digital items. Details. Is it just one crate? Swashbuckling. Okay, there's nothing. We haven't even worked on any of this stuff. If I buy any bundle, I should just get the $3,000, the 3,000 crown super combo of some kind. But I keep waiting for one of those to go on sale. Like, it's kind of funny that this is on sale, but it's like... non-combat pets. I never display my pets. Apparently I have a bunch of them. Okay. Logging out, friends. We're gonna sign off, and I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna do next. I don't know what to play. Maybe we'll come back on and play some Elder Scrolls Online. It's been ages. Maybe we'll come back and play some. I I did just move Whatchamahoozle on, and it's a big game to move around, but we moved it. So I don't know. I'm gonna break and take a moment to think about it. Are we moving anything off stage? Not yet. Everything else is something we haven't. Oh, you know what? I know what we're gonna do when we come back. When we come back, we're gonna find out what happens when we click through to Skull and Bones. That's what we're gonna do. And maybe also we'll launch Starfield to see about the little gizmo car, because I don't know which one I actually want to play. Or we'll do a first impression review, probably of Kinutsugami, because I think this is one I'm going to have a really hard time with. Like, it feels like I magically chose them in the progression of, like, the button combo setup that makes sense to me, further away from that, furthest away from that, in terms of these three games that we're just doing. Hellblade is fine. It's got a very straightforward, like, Call of Duty combo setup. And then Skull and Bones, I've mastered. I love Skull and Bones. There's not a lot of, like, character combat, so the boat thing was different, but I love it. Skull and Bones boat combat is, like, a more adventurous, more open world, MMO-y feeling take on what's going on in World of Warships. World of Warships is like Call of Duty, and Skull and Bones is more like I want to say Battlefield, but not really. But you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I'll be back in a little bit after a break, and we're gonna do one of those things. Maybe we'll jump onto Starfield. Maybe we'll review Return to Grace or review Kinutsugami. Maybe we'll. Oh, I can't jump back into Whatchamahoozle because I moved it. And I moved it out of the way to put Starfield on. So I'd have to juggle Starfield back off in order to launch Atlas Fallen again. So for now, Atlas Fallen is unavailable for a hot minute. Bummer. Okay. Hasta la vista, amigos. Here's a little DJ Zed to play us out. I appreciate your viewership. Thanks for dropping by. When you, especially all of you who are watching after the fact, on the video on demand shelf from Twitch or the YouTube archive or on Facebook. Peace out. Go be good human beings to each other out there in the real world as well as in the game lobbies. Hasta la vista, amigos. I'll be back in a bit.